This is Road to Closed Quick Hacks, and my name is Brian Teyssier, your local residential real estate expert. So I've been doing a ton of answers to questions that have come in from you guys, and I appreciate everybody sending in their questions. One is, what questions should I ask my lender, or how do I research a lender? How do I know what's a good one? So I did a video about picking your buyer's agent and maybe even a realtor as well. And some of the answers are going to be the same, and that is, do your due diligence. We're in an information society. I mean, you could find out what I ate for breakfast this morning. So there is no reason you can't find out if I'm a good lender. I mean, if I'm a lender, not me personally. So what I recommend is, and this is going to be true for agent, lender, home inspector, appraiser, really anything attached to residential real estate except maybe the closing company. Closing companies, Pennsylvania land titles, closures. Closing companies should all be of a high standard, let's say. I was gonna say they're all the same, but they should all be of a high standard. I honestly can't think of any closing company in the greater Pittsburgh area that is bad. I mean, it's a daunting job, but it's pretty cut and dry, black and white. So I don't think you need to research a closing company, but totally up to you. Appraiser, definitely not, because they are blindly picked from a computer, so you have no input or no say on that. So I would go to Zillow and check out the lender reviews. Lenders are on Zillow in the United States. I would also Google them, see if they have a Google My Business page. I would always check social media, and that would include LinkedIn. Business professionals like lenders should pretty much all have a LinkedIn profile. But yeah, I mean, check them out on Instagram. What are they eating for breakfast? Maybe you like avocado toast and they eat avocado toast, or maybe they're like me and they love pancakes and I just resonate with that. Maybe they like bicycling, maybe they have kids your age, I mean, whatever. So check them on social media and see if they're serious too. So yeah, maybe you got a referral. So that's another great source, again, for everything attached to residential real estate sale. Maybe you got a referral and the person they referred you to looks really young. We have a lot of young lenders out there. I tend to like to stay with experience in anything I use for large purchases, but just because someone's young doesn't mean they're not good. So that's why I'm saying, check them out on Zillow, check them out on Google, check them out on social media and see what's being said. Maybe they're better than somebody who's experienced. Just because you have experience doesn't mean you're good, by the way. So that's kind of how do you find a lender. Some questions you might want to ask a lender. I don't know, with the information society we live in, I don't know if there really are too many questions you can ask that you can't find out if you just did a due diligence. I just rambled on for the previous 4 minutes. Maybe hours of operation. You know, I have my lender that I've been working with my whole career, Leslie Raymond. She's awesome. She is more of a get up early and stop early type of person, but she works weekends. That is something you should ask. Super important, because what 2 days do you think real estate is mostly bought and sold? I'll give you a second.
2 seconds later.
If you said Saturday and Sunday, you'd be correct. So you probably want your lender to be available to answer questions and get you a good faith estimate or pre-approval or something like that on the weekend. So my lender, Leslie, she is available on weekends, even when she's traveling, which we're kind of cut from the same cloth. Even if I'm on vacation, I'm never on vacation. You know, if you need a question answered or you need a document or something like that, with the internet and laptops and iPads and phones, we could pretty much give it to you as well. So, you know, a question could be, do you work weekends? What are your hours of operation during the week? What are your hours of operation during the weekends? When you are on vacation, how do you handle your business? Some might be, and there's nothing wrong with this, they might not work at all. They might not take a laptop. Good for them, right? They may have a team. They may not have a team, but they may have somebody in the office that'll cover for them. That's all fine and dandy, but those are a couple questions you can ask. Next is, I know a lot of buyers when they reach out to me, they always want to refer to the bank. They go to the bank, they ask the bank. So the bank only has one product. You want to take a guess whose product that would be? They would give you whose loan, whose mortgage. Got an answer? That's right, theirs. They're only going to shop for one. They're not even going to shop for one. They're just going to give you theirs. It may be the best. I'm not saying it's not the best. But if you go with a mortgage broker, again, like the one I recommend, Leslie, and I personally use her as well. And listen, you can use anybody you want. And I think, I haven't researched this, but almost every state in America, I cannot believe they force you to use any lender. You can use any lender you want. Back in the day, we used to be able to get kickbacks. We're not allowed anymore. So I don't care who you use. I'm just telling you in my 16-year career, I'm just giving you information based on the lender I have used primarily. So yes, back to the types of loans. So my mortgage broker will shop for different products through different lending institutions, not just one bank, which I think is a good thing. Again, I've had some buyers that said, I'm going to my bank. And I said, hold on, talk to my mortgage broker. And Leslie looked and said, no, I can't beat the bank. So the bank could be your best option. Next is, some lenders are limited by their type of loans. And I'm not going to get into FHA and conventional and all that. I not so much mean that. I mean, there's doctor's loans. So in Pittsburgh, we have a lot of physicians that come in and they have physician's loans. Some lenders don't do them. Some lenders do them. We have USDA, which is rural. So that's not in the city, that'll be out like farmland. So some lenders do USDA. And if you're a buyer, you'll probably know this ahead of time. You probably know this right now, but if not, ask your agent. And what else is there? Vacation homes, which could be an investment loan. That'd be a second home, something like that. Next, you might want to ask yourself, are you in person heavy? Like, do you want to be able to see your lender in person a lot? Or are you online only? Maybe you don't want to ever see your lender. Maybe you don't want to ever talk to them on the phone. And that's no insult to you lenders out there. Maybe just, a lot of the younger demographics, and even myself, I really don't like to talk on the phone. There's nothing in my mind that we can't handle via email. May take a little bit longer, it may not. I may get your email before I get your voice message. Me personally, I would probably like both. My lender could be savvy online, savvy meaning they text and they email. You can do your application online, which is usually not the specific lender's doing, that's the broker house or the mortgage broker they work for would usually supply that tool. And I think just about every lender has an online application process right now. But I also wanna, this is my big sell for my lender, Leslie, who is in Pittsburgh. If you have a problem, something you don't understand, whatever, and you wanna walk into that office, sit in front and have them explain it to you, even though we have Zoom, having a lender that's in that same city is vital. And I'm gonna tell you, lenders, so there's big lenders out there, right? I'm not gonna say any names, but it may rhyme with pocket, and they may not have individual LOs, loan officers, in the specific city. I'm not saying they can't close the loan, but we have had some problems because they didn't know local information. So I would recommend going with somebody that's indigenous and local to that area. All right, the last point I want to make, I did a little bit of research before I did the video just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And I'm gonna have to actually read this because I'm not gonna be able to remember it, but I thought it was so good. Anything attached to real estate, you should also always get at least talk to 3 different people. So if it's a roofer as a result of a home inspection, 3 different roofers. If it's a real estate agent, you should only talk to one me, scratch that. Lenders, at least 2. Right? You probably spoke to your bank, talked to a mortgage broker, different, I already discussed that. 3 would be probably overkill, but okay. Home inspectors, research 3, you don't necessarily need to talk to them. You can do all the research on them online. But right here, why should I shop for multiple lenders? In 2015, I know that's going back a ways, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, otherwise known as CFPB, found that 77% of consumers apply to only one lender, one bank, one mortgage, right? By shopping just 3 different lenders, borrowers could save more than $3,500 in just the first 5 years. Now, this is according to the CFPB's research. So by applying to several lenders, I know you think that hurts your credit score, but you can apply to multiple lenders during the home buying process and only count as 1 hit on your credit report. Again, I apologize, I am reading this, no doubt. By applying to several lenders rather than just one, you can compare all costs and get the best deal. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, there are some lenders or some brokerage houses that are gonna slide these little fees in there that if you don't have it laid out on 3 pieces of paper, comparing them, you may miss it. Right? All right, so anyway, that's it. Brian Teyssier, this is Road to Close Quick Hacks. If you have any comments, keep them to yourself. No, just kidding. Comments that have happened in the past that you may want to help other buyers out, please comment below, reply to this email. I don't know where you're seeing it, but let me know and I'll make sure I get it out there. If you think I missed anything, feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to add it as well. Good luck on your house hunting, and don't forget to contact Brian Sells Pittsburgh.